Oh, I am single-handedly supporting all the OPEC nations right now. Any mid-sized car is getting sucked into the intake and it's going out the exhaust and it's free bald eagles. Yes. HELLCAT! Oh, what's up, people? I've got a HELLCAT! Yes! But to be perfectly honest, I actually don't know much about this, other than it's got a big-ass Hemi engine with a supercharger, and it whines, and it makes way too much horsepower for the tires it has, and it's probably a bad idea for the general populace in every way, shape, and form. It's old school. It's got 3 pedals, like for a real man and real driver, 6-speed transmission, and a manual brake like the old days. Yes! Apparently gets terrible fuel mileage, and now my phone is ringing. Be gone, people! Actually, it's my wife. I should take this. How are you, sweetie? I've got a ridiculous, absurd car that the general populace should never drive, and I'm coming home. What's up? I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye, booger. You trying to be cool getting the video?
It says you have a flat tire.
Which one?
That one.
It's not flat.
I didn't think so.
That is the guy who owns the car. Okay, now that my wife is leaving me alone, and the guy that owns the car is in a slower car, I'll lose him. I'm gonna adjust all his things. He's gonna hate it. Does this thing have traction control? It better. So I should turn that off. It's on sport. Ooh, that's got a stiff clutch. Yeah, man stuff. Do I even need to give it throttle to go anywhere? Probably not. Oh, I am single-handedly supporting all the OPEC nations right now. Okay. There is no grip. Why? Wow, that has got a heavy clutch. Even my Viper isn't that heavy. Remotely. Of course, this thing doesn't make a lot of power. Huh. So I think this thing weighs like 4,500 pounds, I'm hearing. And with the size of tires it's got on the back and the amount of absurd torque and horsepower this thing makes, it's like the old days of muscle cars, except it makes even more power and sticks like crazy and has brakes. So let's see. God, I am giving it no throttle at all. That's not even, I don't even think that's half throttle. Man. Okay, I'm in 4th gear at like 2,800 RPMs. I'm rolling in the throttle. Yeah, it's spinning the tires already. Damn. Are there any cops around? I hope not. This is absurd. How am I even gonna test it? All right, so I'll take a couple pictures of it. The dashboard looks pretty good, you guys. It's got the digital stuff going on in the middle. Tack on the left, analog tack on the left, analog speedo on the right. It looks like the idiot lights are kind of cool. Don't need to be in that gear. I got like 4 more gears. I can lug this thing around and idle in it probably is faster than the MR2. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it looks pretty good. I like it. It's got a sort of molded dash with regard to the old machine turned look. I'm sure that's probably pressed on there. It's like a composite or plastic, but it looks nice. You know, kind of like the old Trans Ams were in the 70s that had the machine turn looking dash. It's sort of that, smaller machine turn, or like on a Skeleton watch. Of course, you know, it's American, domestic interior and all, but I'm not gonna complain about that. Give me a break. I just like how absolutely absurd this car is. It's enormous. There's plenty of room in it. I guess you can use the back seats. And it makes no sense at all. I'll get on the highway. Like, it seriously makes no sense. It's a brick with an enormous amount of power and no grip. I mean, that's where muscle cars were, but muscle cars were not this fast. They just weren't. They just weren't. I know there's a bunch of boomers out there going, it was so fast. I know you guys could build it, but your tires sucked back then, and your brakes sucked back then, and you didn't have as many gears. It's not the same thing. This car is completely absurd. I've got to use this thing. All right, so I just went from 6th down to 4th, and I'm at like 50 miles an hour. Do I even want to downshift or just blow the tires off? So 2,800 RPMs, I'm gonna roll into it. Can I even hit full throttle? No. There, I rolled in so really gingerly, and it was squirming for grip the whole time. I just barely roll into it, and I'm doing a faster speed. This is cool. I don't know, would I want this car? I mean, obviously I love my Viper. It's pretty, it's neat. This thing is big. It's kind of fun to be this absurd. I mean, you could drift this for days. No, you couldn't, because you'd probably empty the fuel tank in 10 minutes and you'd have no tires and it'd be really obnoxious, but it's fun. The only thing, the downside about this is though, especially for any novice driver or somebody that's even not novice, or if you get kind of like pissed off or too excited, you could definitely get yourself in a lot of trouble in this fast. And that's coming from an everyday Viper driver. Because it, you know, it's got the engine and it's got the chassis feeling and everything feels like it's good, like $1 million, like it's gonna stick, but you don't have any tires. Like, I wonder, toe healing's a little tricky. Oh God, this is crazy. Do I even get on it? No, it'll just, I'm not even, that's 10% throttle initially. Hello, Chevy Cruise. I could just eat that car. I feel like you could, like the engine will just suck it in. Any mid-sized car is getting sucked into the intake and it's going out the exhaust and it's free bald eagles. Like, I feel like, yes, this is Cletus McFarlane kind of car right here. Yes. There's a state highway patrol back there. I think I like this car, but it needs fender flares and tires that are twice as wide. Because it doesn't, like, I'm at 2,800 RPMs. Yeah, it's spinning tires. It's not spinning the tires too bad. It was struggling for grip, and it is cold. But that was only 2,800 RPMs to maybe 3,700? 3,700! It's got more to go. I know this video isn't that intelligent. I didn't really want it to be that intelligent because I just got a Hellcat. It's not mine. Don't get too excited. Okay, this will be fun when we get on the highway. Unless it's Chevy Cruise. Do not get on the highway and go north. Come on, please don't go north. Please don't go north. Please don't go north. Just keep going. Go west. No! God, this sucks. Okay, I'll have more fun. Don't wreck your friend's car. Second gear. Gears are pretty tall. Hope this guy doesn't turn north either. I'll wait. Okay, so I'm on an on-ramp with a Chevy Cruise going, God, can you just go? Go! Go down the on-ramp. You suck. You suck at life. This poor Subaru's not gonna know what happened. And now it's time to go. Pedal in. Half throttle. Alright, be ginger, be ginger. It's a corner. We can easily end up sideways in a ditch. Yes! You know, this car will make you lose your license, that's for sure. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Whatever. Just go for it, I guess. Fifth gear. Hello.
I am moving over and merging, yes.
Sixth gear.
Why no, other citizens and officers, I am being very ginger.
So I did a pull in fourth gear up to fifth. So that's, you know, you shifted approximately 45 miles an hour. And that was kind of nice. So now we're on the highway, and I am totally not excited in any way. And my heart is not in my throat a little bit. That was kind of exciting, actually. My buddy's gonna be like, what are you doing in my car? Yes. Goodbye. Hello. You know, here's the thing that's kind of fun about this car. You can just stomp it and have some fun and then just slow her down and not feel like you got to keep going. I feel like it's the perfect drag racing car, or even like rolling drag race. I'm not giving any suggestions. I'm not telling you shit or I condone any kind of opportunities. I'm just saying, I think it's perfect for that sort of thing. Yes, except I have some beautiful left lane hogs up ahead. And they are driving, I don't know what that is, a boring truck and a boring Honda. You suck! People, I have a Hellcat. It is your moral obligation as an American to get out of my way. Yes. There's gonna be so many people mad at me right now.
Okay, so you're staggered.
What are you doing getting over? You have a clear lane in the middle. Terrible CRV. This guy, I'm gonna show him, literally just got over for the sake of getting over. He had a clear lane in the middle and decided to get over and be a left lane hog. Hello, left lane hog. Yes, they have no idea what's going on. I'm going now. Goodbye. Traffic again. On the plus side, I don't know. I really like this car, you guys, but it is a big, heavy brick, so it's a car that doesn't give me the impression of being live. Do you know what I mean? Or kind of felt like you can just like this, through like kind of needling through traffic and things. It's the car that I feel like you really have to think about feeling about the momentum you have and how much you're actually carrying through a corner, because it's so big with such little tires. You know, if you get that thing way out of shape, you got a lot of inertia, and it's gonna wanna go straight in some capacity, whether the car is pointed sideways and straight as that way or that way or that way, it doesn't really matter, which can be fun, but man, you really gotta have your mind and wits about you in this thing. It's fun, but you really gotta pay attention. And the other thing too is it weighs a heck of a lot, and it could do some damage, so keep that in mind, but I like it. And I probably just burned his entire tank of gas doing that. Yes. HELLCAT! Goodbye. Hello. All right, you guys, that is the ride in the HELLCAT. Get out of the way, left lane hogs! Do not know anything. It's your moral obligation to let these bald eagles fly. All right, enough of this. I'm gonna go back to my my very lightweight and very undramatic and very underpowered Dodge Viper. I think that's more my speed, but this was really fun getting to drive the HELLCAT. Ooh, this guy is either happy or mad, but he has decided to slow down. Now he's looking at me. He might be mad. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'll let you guys look though. Check him out. Is this dude mad at me? I don't know. Does he just want to be on the video? I'll look over. He might have been happy. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe he wants to race in the Honda Accord. Yeah, I never can tell. Like, does this guy hate my guts because it's fast? I had this girl the other day. I was driving the Viper. I was driving reasonably, and she decided to left lane hog and block me. And I went to pass in the middle, and then she speeds up. I'm like, what are you doing? And she gave me that like liberal arts college overly confident look, like, you shouldn't be driving in the left lane in your fancy car. So it was lame. But anyway, he's cool. All right. Yes. Goodbye. Hello. Here I come. All right, you guys. I'm gonna quit clowning around. Let's get back to work. I'm having too much fun. I need to call this quits. Otherwise, it's going to get dramatic, and I might have to call my cop buddies to help me out. I hope you guys will share this, and of course, like, comment, and naturally subscribe. See you guys next time. I should totally power slide this. Come on, don't grab on. I don't want traction control. I want a power slide. It was a weak power slide. I don't want an aided power slide. Here's your dog. Hello. That's very dramatic.